Is it on? Hi guys, it is Deb from Heart Centered Youth Daily Dose. Today is Wisdom Wednesday, and as always we're talking about mindfulness techniques to really help you respond to and cope with life in a very purposeful, proactive way. So to get started today, I thought I would talk about a topic that seems to be really present, for me at least, this week, especially between my clients, my family, my friends, and my own personal life. I've been having the same discussion over and over. So I think the universe is telling me we all have something to share and learn from today. And that is this topic of being strong through struggle. Okay, so I can only speak for the women that I know that this is coming up for, but I think a lot of women really pride themselves on remaining strong despite the struggles that they're going through. And it's this kind of rite of passage or something that we feel like we need to be eternally positive and really kind of stay strong, right? Stay the matriarch, stay totally capable of handling our life, even though we're going through something challenging, not letting it show that we're struggling. And I actually really want to challenge that, because that, in my opinion, is not what strength is about. Strength is not just being eternally positive. It's not being able to handle everything or appear that you're handling everything, basically stuffing all of your triggers and frustrations, insecurities, fears down while you handle life. That's not necessarily strength. That's definitely a coping mechanism, but that's not strength. And when you come from a spiritual or a mindful perspective, my definition of strength is actually the strength in acceptance, the strength in the surrender to the fact that what we go through, the triggers, the challenges, the fear, the emotion, that all of that is temporary, and having the awareness and the wisdom to embrace that temporary nature of our struggles, knowing that the end is around the corner, and being willing to really partner with the universe to get there. And so it's saying, I accept what's happening. You know, you can only change what you accept. So when you get triggered, being able to say, I accept that I feel this way. I accept that I'm uncomfortable. I accept that I'm in a fear-based state of mind. But I know that this is temporary, and I'm willing to feel differently. I'm willing to bring my mindset to a place that is already healed, that is already abundant, that is already moved on and evolved, and grateful for the lessons and the wisdom and the growth that this trigger enabled me to go through. And that, my friends, that is where the strength lies, in knowing that life is going to trigger you, that you are going to feel uncomfortable, that you're going to get tested, okay? But that you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you're willing to do the work to get there. You're willing to sit in that discomfort for the lessons and the resilience and the perspective that that experience has to teach you. And it's the faith that keeps you strong, right? And so it's very possible, and this is so important, to be strong and to struggle at the same time. You are allowed to be a strong, independent, capable, driven, badass woman and still struggle, okay? And still have hard days, and still know that you are going to have a hard time, and you're gonna feel anxious or scared or angry or worried, and that those are real emotions, but they don't define you, and they're temporary. Okay? And you can get through them with a little mindfulness, a little awareness, a little work, be it release, breath work, detachment, perspective building activities. You can and will be able to develop the skill set. It is literally a mental muscle of learning from everything that happens to you and using it to fine-tune your coping skills, to use it to fine-tune your ability to grow and evolve. Because if you really think about it, it is the moments of struggle. It is the hard times. It is the discomfort that creates the evolution, that builds the skill sets, that makes you that much better of a version of yourself. And so my action step for you guys, the call to action as we call it, is for you to put yourself in your future self the next time you get triggered, the next time you're in that duality of strength and struggle. I want you to envision your future self. I want you to say to that future self, how do I feel having overcome this struggle? What are the benefits? How did I overcome that? What do I feel now? What benefits do I get to embrace now that I've grown? Where is the growth? Where is the evolution? Where is the lesson? What did I learn about life? What did I learn about myself? What did I learn about my friends or the trigger? There are so many ways that we get to grow from our hard times, but we only really learn the lessons after and can apply them after. So if you can short circuit your brain from being in the moment to being in the lesson learning phase where you're looking back on that trigger and saying, wow, as hard as that was, I'm so glad that happened because now I feel, you fill in the blank. So put yourself in that perspective and force your brain to go to that place where you're already past it, you're already learning, you're already embracing the lessons. And that's going to help you get through it. That's going to help you be in that duality, but have that much more confidence, that much more momentum, and that much more room, space in your brain for the universe to put that law of attraction into effect. Because if you can help your brain get to a place where you're already healed and you're already embracing the benefits, then it doesn't actually know that it's not actually happening yet, and you're now creating that vibration that's going to meet the universe to give you the experiences and the people and the opportunities that will heal that struggle, that will help you get through that discomfort. Okay, but you have to get to a mental space and an internal space first so that you meet the universe at the vibration of healing and growth and progress and momentum. Okay, so I love these little like biohacks because we tend to feel victimized when we are in moments of struggle, and we tend to feel like we're alone in that struggle and that we're going to be there for a long time and woe is me. And yes, we need to honor it. We need to sit in those feelings. You can't change what you can't accept, but we can't stay there because the universe is going to use that as a signal to say, oh, you don't want any help? Okay, I'll go this way then. So you've got to meet the universe where you want to be. And sometimes we have to kind of fake it till we make it. And I love my friend Jen says, it's not fake it till you make it, it's face it until you make it. And part of facing it is saying, I am going to actually take a moment to short circuit all this struggle, and I'm going to jump to the part where I make it. I'm going to jump to that, and I'm going to embrace all of those feelings and those amazingly positive results. And that's when you start to shift. That's when you start to get some new energy and new ideas and new creativity, and you're out of that victim mentality and you allow the universe to partner with you, which is really the biggest gift you can give yourself because you are never alone. You just have to choose to ask for that help. Okay? All right, guys, so hopefully this was helpful and this was a new idea for you as you find yourself in those day-to-day struggles. If you have any questions, of course, you can always PM me or reach out via my website, but I'd love to, as always, hear your comments. How do you cope with that? Do you feel like you get in those struggles versus strength? You are a strong woman or man, but you still struggle. And how do you deal with that duality? How do you deal with that reality? And if you've used this technique of jumping ahead to the success, to the achievement, to the overcoming of that struggle, what have your results been? And have you seen the shifts that I'm talking about for yourself? All right. So we'll see you next week, Wisdom Wednesday every week. coming back to you. But have a great rest of the week. Until then, namaste.